welcome to today's update video. As you can see, we have two things to monitor. First of all, let's get this out of the way. We have Tropical Storm Depression Blanca, which was designated a post-tropical cyclone remnant low early this morning, and now since then has moved into Arizona. It's moved into the southwestern United States, and there's been a noticeably increased convectional, presumably enhanced by the uplift from the Sierra Nevadas. There's notably enhanced convection across central and northern California, giving probably central California, up where from Santa Barbara to the Bay Area, that area that includes Monterey Bay and San Jose and the rich and intelligent Silicon Valley. And from the system, they're getting unseasonably heavy rains from it. And so far mostly a steady drought buster kind of rain, but it doesn't appear to be any significant flash flood threat, but still something to keep an eye on. Further to the south, however, we have the biggest threat, which is the Inverse 94E. And that is starting to become a little bit better organized, and even though convective-wise it's still a bit messy, it's become better defined as well. Here's a closer view of it. You can see some, over the past 24 hours, you can see quite a bit of an increase in convection. Let's take a farther look at it. You can see now, however, it's still maybe a bit of ways off from designation. So I don't see any evidence of a well-defined circulation being fully concentrated within the deep convection yet. However, this is getting there. I don't know how close to the deep convection the center is, so there is still some uncertainty on when the system will become a tropical cyclone. However, this is definitely in the right direction. Now let's look at the possible tracks, which have, as I hinted last night, have shifted more to the west with the HWRF, BAMs, and LBR being the more westerly camp, while the remainder of the guidance, which doesn't have as much skill, being the easterly camp, and still showing this hurricane hitting Oaxaca compared to Guerrero or Colima, as shown by the other models, or even as shown by the CMC, the Canadian model, keeping it offshore. That's something that the CMC always has a tendency to do, something a little weird like that. The CMC has been launched on this scenario for several days, along with the European, which is on here. They've been pretty insistent on keeping the system offshore the Mexican coast. Probably too insistent. Once again, the differences between the 12Z European and the 18Z GFS remain. Let's look at the GFS first. You see the same overall pattern as you see last night. However, the GFS once again shifted a little bit more northward. The reason it shifted a little bit more northward and a little bit more eastward was it does show a significantly stronger ridge of high pressure than it did last night. As a result, it's going to carry Carlos instead of parallel to the Mexican coast into the Gulf of Mexico and later bring significant rainfall to Texas or places that does not need rain. The same Texas ridge kind of pattern and the West Coast trough kind of pattern has helped Texas get some hammered with some info from the Gulf of Mexico and Gulf of Tehuantepec respectively, and it appears that Carlos, assuming this pattern that the JFS has verified, which is no big deal, assuming it happened, which is no big guarantee, assuming it happens, Carlos could provide additional rain to the Lone Star State. However, the European does provide some hope for Texans. You can see a similar pattern between the trough up in British Columbia, is not as pronounced, but neither is the ridge off the west coast of Baja California. It's a little bit more, it's not as organized. As a result, it could allow for a system to again kind of skirt the Mexican coast and enter the Gulf of California. And at this point, I'd say the ridge is strong enough for it to avoid land completely, but you never know. It's going to be an interesting upcoming few days to see what happens. Right now, as my expected track, I kind of expect something similar to Hurricane Carlotta, which would be like a kind of a northwesterly angle. And I do think the ridge will be weak enough for it to like not move significantly inland and probably instead of giving rain to Texas. And this is sort of hints into European a little bit, give rain to New Mexico, along with the aiding of the trough. However, I'm not a meteorologist, so there is still some uncertainty. And and when making life-threatening decisions, use the NHC for advice, not me. I'm just speculating. I mean, there's a chance the system can misland completely, but I don't think that's particularly likely at this present time. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The ANC currently has an 84 to 60% chance of developing within the next 2 days, and a 90% chance of developing within the next 5 days. Though if trends continue, I think the percentages will likely be raised at the next 2 time. And now, here's the sea-surface temperature normally map. You see it's outgoing from wind block with the Category 4 hurricane has come in, and it does show significantly cooler water over the upwell region of Hurricane Blanca. Even though I wouldn't know have the coolest, most upwell water, like right around here, is recovering. You can also see some upwelling remnants of Hurricane Andres as well. You can see the bulk of the upwelling region, like down here, is recovering, and will continue to do so over the next few days from Hurricane Blanca. Now, hold on. So, this is kind of the upcoming pattern we're moving into. Aside from Carlos, the East Pacific is relatively quiet, and the reason is because we're heading to a more traditional trade wind pattern that allows for it suppresses activity over the East Pacific. The reason is because we have a strong MGO pulse over the Indian Ocean that should suppress convective activity along. Because when there's all this upward motion up here in the Indian Ocean, there's all this downward motion across the equatorial East Pacific, and that's likely, there actually is a decent risk during these kind of situations of tropical cyclone in Central America or southern Mexico. I mean, the western part of the basin tends to have suppressed convection, and that's likely the pattern the East Pacific is heading into, and the East Pacific is heading into a more quiet pattern. The tropical cyclone genesis. However, along the time week, in a few weeks from now, the MJO is supposed by the GFS to return to a more El Nino base state. Even though some of the other models keep it a little bit more pronounced, which I don't wish it here, but some of the other models do keep it more pronounced, so there's some uncertainty. But if that happens, I do think the East Pacific tropical cyclone activity, and I do trust the JFS, I have a lot of faith in that model. But if that happens, I do think the East Pacific tropical cyclone activity around week 3, so like the end of, so like these June 23rd to June 30th could become much more favorable to tropical cyclone activity along the western portion of the basin. And here's the zonal map. Oh, whoops. Here's the zonal map, and you can see a more El Nino-like trade wind pattern, and you can see something that screams cyclone genesis, because just the sharp trade wind gradients you see that will favor some more convergence since air is piling up. And that would help aid tropical cyclone development along the southwestern portion of the basin like we typically see during El Nino years. That'll wrap this up. We have a lot going on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Bye.